Hi there, this is Richard again. The Bible nugget we're talking about tonight is from Matthew 26, verses 62 through to 65. And it's whenever Jesus has been arrested in the Garden of Gethsemane, he's brought before the high priest. And the high priest arose and said to him, "Do you answer nothing? What is it these men testify against you?" But Jesus kept silent. And the high priest answered and said to him, "I put you under oath by the living God. Tell us if you are the Christ, the Son of God." And Jesus said to him, "It is as you said. Nevertheless, I say to you, hereafter you will see the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of the power and coming on the clouds of heaven." Then the high priest tore his clothes, saying, "He has spoken blasphemy. What further need do we have of witnesses? Look, now you have heard his blasphemy. What do you think?" And they answered and said, "He is deserving of death." So what's going on here? Basically, they're trying to find out things that they can accuse Jesus of in front of the high priest. But the problem is all the witnesses they're bringing in, there's two problems with them. First of all, either they don't agree with anybody else, and it's got to be in the mouth of two or more witnesses. Or secondly, if they do agree, it's about some minor, small thing that doesn't carry the penalty of death. They needed two or more witnesses over something that was going to carry the penalty of death. So in desperation or frustration or whatever it is, the high priest stands up and says to him, "Tell us if you are the Christ," which is very interesting, which means the anointed one. Are you the Messiah? Are you the Christ? And then he says, "The Son of God." In other words, are you... What he's asking here is he's saying, tell us plainly, are you God? That's what he's saying. Not because what's happened over the years since these times is that most modern Jewish thought, they're not looking for a Messiah that is the Son of God. That's changed, because back in those days they were looking for the Messiah who was the anointed one, but they also expected them to be the Son of God. But these days, when the Jews, the Orthodox Jews in Israel now, they're looking for a Messiah, certainly the anointed one, but he doesn't have to be the Son of God, which I think is quite fascinating. Whereas in those days, they were looking for both the Christ, the anointed one, and the Son of God. And what's fascinating, whenever Jesus says, "It is as you said," in other words, yes. People think that Jesus didn't say he was God. Here's another indication that he does say he's God. And not only that, he says, after this, you will see the Son of Man, which is another title for, hello, I'm the Son of God, or the Son of Man was the same title, sitting at the right hand, in other words, in the right hand of God, and coming, and also coming on the clouds of heaven, which was a reference to the second coming. So Jesus is saying you've got to see more things than just the fact that I'm the Christ and the Son of God. And then the high priest does something which he's never supposed to do. He tears his clothes, but he's doing it as an act of grief. But he's not supposed to do that. Never supposed to do that. But then again, for this particular show trial, they broke quite a few of the rules. But maybe that's another time. Anyway, he said that they spoke blasphemy, which was worthy of death as far as the Jews were concerned. They were allowed to put somebody to death for blasphemy, but the Romans weren't. Anyway, maybe that's another time. Thank you. Bye.